Okay, everybody, this is Pyrochild. I apologize for that brief little hang-up. I was making sure that my program was recording. As it stands, we have a Lost Temple match between Authweight, Protoss, and Oogasplat, Zerg. Authweight spawning at the 2 o'clock position on the right, and Oogasplat spawning as Zerg in the 6 o'clock position on the bottom. And Miguelito is my half commentator, and more along the lines of adding random flavor to the text commentary, as he's also spectating this. A little background on the map. I'm pretty sure that the Lost Temple has been around since the days of Warcraft 2. I know that it was in the first StarCraft map, and is generally regarded as a classic, gone through a couple of little balance tweaks. It has the cliff right here behind the natural, which makes it great for harass in this game from Vikings and siege tanks. You can drop them right onto here, or have Vikings come down and hit the gas and maybe a few workers. Also works with maybe a Stalker Immortal drop too for the Protoss. Zerg is a little bit shafted right there for land-based harass, but you can do a lot with Mutalisks. Anyways though, so Authweight is sending out his scout, and he finds the Zerg in the bottom position, as the Zerg has sent an Overlord scout, has not sent a drone yet, swings and misses at the left position. However, the very fast reveal from the scout over here should clue him off that Authweight is at the close ground position right over here, where their ramps are adjacent to each other, but there's a little bit longer air distance. This should lead to a quicker pressure from both players as I switch on the production tab, because my sloppy commentating didn't allow for that earlier. Both players getting their basic production. You have a pool and a gateway over here. Also both players getting their first gas. Just coming in right now, both of them finished. There's 3 workers over here on gas, and also 3 for Authweight, so both of them completely saturating the gas. We do have 16 harvesters for the Protoss against 15 for the Zerg. Again, Zerg in odd position in the early game because of the fact they have to choose between making buildings and keeping their harvester count high. So it just becomes a real predicament for a Zerg player until he gets a standard build order set up, as these 2 Zerglings do pop out right now, and they're going to hit this probe and scare him away a little bit. This is going to be a 1-gate Cybernetics core build for the Protoss, as we saw by that early gas, giving us a very big hint, and we're going to probably see the 4-gate play that Authweight is very, very well known for, at least in our small gaming circle, as he does get this other pylon to keep his supply well in check, and this other gas will provide him room to mass-produce stalkers and sentries, which he'll then use to push against this Zerg player, which in the early game, without Hydralisks, the Zerg has a very, very hard time defending against a large mass of stalkers, because once they hit critical mass, Zerglings can't surround efficiently, and end up just basically bouncing off the stalkers. Just imagine that as you're watching the animation next time. Zerglings, instead of clawing away, just bounce off. That's one thing I really don't like about this game. If you take a look in, I'm on a relatively high settings right now, and the Zerglings look like little stuffed animals as opposed to little ferocious creatures. The roaches I'd be scared of, but the Zerglings are just a joke. But anyways, though, we do see these roaches popping out right now. We also see that the purple Zerg player, Oogasplat, is a little bit behind on economy right now, and all of his larvae are going towards roaches right now. He's really trying to make sure that he's got enough of a standing roach force to make this push happen. Oh, this is going to be awful. This is kind of a roach all-in right here. And as the Forge comes up, which is very uncharacteristic play, as the Forge comes up, all these units are going to hit right here. This sentry has enough energy for 1 force field. Will he make it count? Is Authweight even paying any attention? Yes, he is. He does drop it right here to prevent the choke point, but all these roaches are going to tear down this pylon. Going to be a bad, bad, bad situation it might just be GG right here because there's not a big enough standing force, and a Stargate coming in right now. The Protoss is going for a fast Stargate, possibly Void Ray, but it's not going to be fast enough because of the fact that there's all these roaches in the main base right now, which are tearing up. They got rid of that sentry. They're taking up these workers right now. There's more coming in right now. This is GG. This has to be GG. I don't believe there's any way that Authweight, who recognizes this right now with a, well, crap, can come back. He recognizes his precarious situation and says GG. It actually turns out that Oogasplat and Authweight are brothers, and the younger has prevailed. Good game, everybody. This is Pyrochild signing out.